Yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. First carry down for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Screen play, McKinnon. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Garoppolo again. And able to hold it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Take Carradine. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hey, gun.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
21.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, he slipped right by him. takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 54 yards on the ground. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Black 80! White 20! Hey, gun. Yes!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Black 80! 180! Yes!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Monday, down! 180! 29! 29!
On play action, now Carr. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Gives to Richard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Garoppolo now. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Caught by Nelson left side. And now running right through it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Yeah, Kansas State.
It's so hard to believe that people missed entirely on him. But how about his ability to work and run any route you need? And that completion is evidence that it doesn't matter what you call, he's going to find a way to get open.
Walk on at Kansas State. Now the locker rooms are named after him there. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
6-18.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
180! 180! Go ahead.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gould is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Right
2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Express. Down. 180.
Carr now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Monday down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's a give to Richard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Carr. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
First down, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Get set!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Get down, get down. Hey, 185.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Wait. Here we go. 13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Henry. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Garoppolo on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
By 20. Left 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Hey, gun.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with Henry. And running with power here. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From midfield, here's Carr. They set up the screen for Henry. And still fighting. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Get down.
First carry for Doug Martin, the 2-time Pro Bowler in Tampa. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Get set.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Dodges him at the 50. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
White. 180. 181. Here we go. Yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Garoppolo again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Garrett Selleck, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. Switzer now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace. I am speechless. I am without speech. And Cook has it left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Derrick Henry, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 180.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to hold it in. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You got 4. 6. 11.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. 6. 12.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Switzer now to return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Carr to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Nelson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage. Make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
Henry, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The pitch to Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And the busy night for Henry continues. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
694. Now, 180.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Again to Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Washington. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. What can Carr do now with his drive? Caught by Nelson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Hey. 4 down.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Sharice Wright could do no wrong there, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters.